and welcome to Business as Unusual. My name is Megan from Greater London Properties, GLP. I hope that you and your family are all safe and well. Whilst people are logging on, tuning in, I just wanted to give a quick introduction to these live videos and what we have been doing in order to connect local businesses with local residents. So since the end of March, we have seen that a lot of local businesses have had to adapt to the current unusual situation. So we wanted, as estate agents, to build that bridge and just be able to create a platform where Central London Lockdown Support Group, bit of a mouthful, came from. So we wanted to build that bridge just so that people could communicate, promote their own businesses. It's a public group as well, so if you are a local business that wants to promote that you're still open or doing deliveries, feel free to post. So basically, as we've seen more and more throughout this time, that businesses have created new innovative ideas in order to generate revenue for their businesses, as well as helping out communities and local charities. We decided to start doing live streaming just to give them a little bit more exposure, help them reach out to the local residents of Central London, and just to support wherever we can, really. So today we're speaking to Hannah from the Fore. So Hannah founded the Fore, and it is a fitness boutique in Central London in King's Cross, and they're helping everyone stay mentally and physically fit at the moment. So Hannah, give us a bit of background on the Fore and how the business started.
Well, the business is called the Fore because there's really 4 parts that make you feel well. And it's not just about going to the gym, although that is a key part of it, being physically fit, also being mentally and emotionally fit, and then also social and intellectual. So in order to be rounded and balanced, we need friends in our life. We need to be learning things all the time. We need to be moving, and we need to be looking after ourselves mentally. So we created a concept around it and said, it's nowhere else that you go. You wouldn't take your car to one place to get its wing mirror fixed and another place to put the oil in it. You'd probably take it to a garage, which could do it all for you. So that's what we do here. We do it all. And the idea being that it makes it so accessible and easy that you can have wellness in your life every day. It doesn't have to be a big event. It can just be one thing that you do. It could be multiple things that you do, but you can really easily fit it into your daily life, in your routine. And so we founded it in June last year. Gosh, I couldn't remember. We're nearly a year old. And we chose King's Cross because we really wanted an area where we could get every kind of demographic. And what we hadn't actually factored in was the fact that we would come to an amazing community. And this has been, we've lucked out really, because the community on our doorstep is absolutely amazing. Local businesses, residents, students, everybody comes together here and everybody will help each other out in a very big way. And just as the lockdown happened, it was very much all hands on deck and people going in and out of each other's businesses like it was in and out of your house, kind of post-World War II, seeing how they could help. And I think that that's really special, and that's something that's going to be a legacy that's lasting from this crisis, because I think that's happened all over. And it's really, people should be very proud of themselves for that.
Yeah, that's really, really lovely. We've absolutely loved seeing King's Cross grow as well, like all of the redevelopment. So I think businesses like yours kind of coming into that also brings other people that are outside King's Cross kind of coming in just to see all of this grow and all of the growth in the community feel. So that's fantastic. How do you, so one question I want to ask, how do you combine everything? So obviously you've got all of these different elements of, social health, intellectual well-being, and emotional health. So how do you combine all of this for the people that kind of tune in?
So we have, so if I take them one by one, we have a fitness studio where we have trainers, and we either run classes or we have one-to-one workouts that you can come and do. We also do something that really bridges the gap between PT and group exercise, and that's small group classes where you can come and work out with one trainer and 4 people at the same time. So it's everything we do in fitness is about being joyful and it's fun. There is no kill it, smash it, slay it. It's at a certain point became very much about pain and struggle. And actually, it should be a joyful occasion. And the fact is that we're not, as human beings, going to do anything on a consistent basis if we do not love it. So unless you're a self-masochist, killing it, I mean, it's just not really going to live. It won't last. So basically, all of our classes are fun. We hire people because of their personality rather than their CV. And the movement, there's a lot of variety here as well. There's, our trainers are very diverse, and the kind of fitness that we produce upstairs is very diverse too. From an emotional perspective, we then layer on top of that the fact that your emotional journey really does sit alongside your physical one. But we have healers, we have practitioners in Eastern medicine, we have a massage and remedial medicine here. So we really look after the whole part of your body from that perspective. And then the social and intellectual side of it we have this beautiful studio where we have a completely free workspace. So you can come, if you want to work out, you can come and have a treatment. You come for no other reason than you just want to have a conversation and a chat. But it's all ready for you to just be able to work very seamlessly when you get in. And that was because we felt that there was an epidemic that had happened of loneliness, and people who were working remotely no longer interacted with anybody and had lost a lot of touch with society. So here, what we get is the fact that they'll come in maybe to do an hour of work before they go and do a workout, and then they'll stay and have a shower and be back at work after, because we've got super fast Wi-Fi, we've got printers and business services for them. And it's really been designed around a sort of, it looks like a home office, the whole thing. I actually miss my studio because my home office is shit in comparison to this. And then the social side of it is we have this lovely cafe, which is in the living room, which we have events where people come together just for the sake of coming together. We sometimes have book clubs, we have talks, and we have workshops, but then we also just have social, if you wanted to hang out with us. And that's something that we've actually continued doing that on Zoom. So we have we invite clients to come and join us just to have a look at.
No, that's great. I know that you've basically created your own social community. I love that, where people feel comfortable to come to you. I know that a few of my colleagues as well, before they go to the gym, they often kind of say, oh yeah, well, my gym class doesn't start until 7, so I guess I'll just stay in the office. So I think it's just really opening up to that gap that you don't even realize is there until you've got the opportunity to go and kind of, sit and speak with people that are like-minded and have somewhere comfortable to connect. So that's really good. Fantastic idea.
And make friends too. We have so many clients who have met here and who now come at the same class naturally because that's their class, and they join together and they become really great friends. We've had people go out on dates. I'm expecting the Fore very soon. Maybe after lockdown when they open up that whole marriage again. But it's been the community really did create itself around us. And I think that's, I could never take credit for that because it's just a very natural byproduct of the concept and the fact that we have a team of people who naturally gravitate towards others and mix people together really well. So this place is very much it's not intimidating. You don't feel like you're going to a swanky boutique studio. You feel like you're going home.
Yeah, that's such a nice feel. I like that. especially now that we're all at home as well, and the Zoom chats. That's a fantastic idea to kind of keep everyone connected.
Yeah.
It's really. What have you found? Have you found anything challenging, kind of switching everything to digital? Have you found any challenges along the way? Maybe a few, many.
It was so easy. It was because we're all really techie here. It's been the challenge of my life. One of them. If I did not have people around me in my team who were able to think outside of the box, give it a go. My personality is very much, look, we'll try it. If it doesn't work, what have we lost? And I guess the first challenge was, I thought the first challenge was really going to be, shit, how do I keep my team employed? That was my first challenge. And then thankfully the government have stepped in to help out with that side of it. So I don't feel that weight of responsibility. But then the challenge became, well, how do we keep our community connected and engaged? And we've done this kind of the 4-week plan, which was creating a structure and a schedule for people, because in the first few weeks, you felt very unhanded. It was really, it just wasn't a norm that we were used to at all. And so we kind of put this really structured schedule together where, it was like 7 a.m. you could do breathing, at 9 a.m. you could do mobility, at 12 you can do HIIT. And actually, as the weeks have gone on, it's really petered down, because people are going, you know what? I don't need to wake up at 7.
Yeah.
I can wait. I'm going to wake up at 9 because it's a long day ahead of me, and I can do whatever I want to do. So you know what? I'm not going to do that 7 a.m. one, but I'd really like to do that rest class a little bit later. And so we've kind of adjusted the schedule as we've gone on, and we've had a lot of challenges on the tech side of it, because we're not experts, and we've had to try to do the Instagram live thing. We've tried to do the YouTube thing. And it all has its own nuances, and we're finding our feet with how best to stream that content. I think that production value is something that's very tricky to get right, and it's something that I personally feel really strongly about. So we are trying to create a situation where, if the trainers are able to film from home, they can totally, but we give them the kit in order to be able to do that. So the right kind of kit, not just like getting the mum to hold a phone over the other side of the room. Let's jump up and down, and that's been a challenge too, because our team are everywhere now. They've dispersed. We have them in Wales and Scotland, and everyone's gone back home, rightly so. So we've had to try and really make sure that we could provide them with the tools that they needed in order to be able to fulfill this, because otherwise it's not nice for them, it's not great for us, and it's not great for the clients. So therefore, there's not really that much point to it. And I think that, as we've got a lot of content that we've filmed in the run up to this, that we're now just spending time editing to do pre-recorded on-demand workouts. And then we'll start launching our social events, and as of next week as well. So we're going to do our new book club live and things like that. And
I love books.
Oh my God, you should come here. We've got a library in the loo. Yes, books are a big part of this place. So we just thought, we can't do this lovely book club we have planned. Well, why not? Why can't we do this online? And then moving on from there, we'll go to workshops as well to really combine everything. And then the healers. So distant healing has become something that, I never thought we'd see, but actually it really does work. The fitness side of it, if you think about it, Jane Fonda. I spoke to you earlier about the fact that the Fore really did start when I was 13 years old, when I discovered the Cindy Crawford home workout video. This has been around for a long time, working out in your living room in front of your TV when nobody else can see you. It is the most amazing thing in the world, because you will try anything, and rightly so, get your groove on. I just before I broke my leg, I was doing these classes with my kids at home, the 5 elements dance classes, which are weird but absolutely brilliant. It was just like,
so that phrase, dance like nobody's watching, because you really do.
Exactly that. And I'm so happy that there was no one there to film it. But I think that the less inhibited you are when you go to a gym or a fitness studio or anywhere else, the better. So this is only going to help people after lockdown. I think that studios are going to up their game massively in order to be able to really elevate that experience then on site, because we've learned now working out from home is so easy, and it doesn't have to take an hour, and it doesn't have to have, you don't even have to shower afterwards if you don't want to. You can sit in your But I think that we've learned that this is something you can really integrate into your life so easily, that actually when you do come to a studio, it will be for that different experience and that layer, the welcome, the feeling of being part of something bigger than yourself.
I completely agree, because I was kind of trying to get into fitness, standard New Year's resolution, and then I went a couple of times, and then now I've kind of had this time to really get into it and feel a little bit more passion for it. Yes, I'm starting to get a little bit more bored in the living room. I want to kind of go out there, meet new people, do classes together, feel kind of integrate fitness as part of my life. So I feel that it has also made a positive, if you can get any positives out of this, but impact on the fitness industry in general. Do you feel like that as well?
Completely. And I think that there are so many positives that will come out of this. I don't know if I think that partly because I have to think that, otherwise it's a bit soul destroying, or if actually I genuinely believe that two things will happen following on from this. One is that everybody will just get over themselves a little bit more, especially this industry, because it really is that easy. This is not complicated. This is about finding something that you love, making it for you, about you, fitting into your life. It's not about what we want to sell or what we want to, and it certainly isn't about shiny, buff trainers in little shorts who are kind of an unattainable goal. I think they're lovely to look at, don't get me wrong. We have to, I think that in all of this self-actualization thing that's been going on for a few years now, the being your best self and I must do this. Why must you just let go? I think we've all just learned, you know what? This has been so leveling. We are all the same thing. At the end of the day, we are human beings. I mean, 7 billion one of a kinds, but we are the human race. And I think that, everybody has their differences and their nuances and their loves and their hates. And you should just pander to it. Be who you want to be and do, if you want to go and do the crazy workout, come do the crazy workout somewhere that will give it to you. If you want to do it from your living room, do it from your living room, but just make sure it fits. It should be on your terms. And I think that that's where this industry will go now, and will continue towards that personalization theme. So I do think that there's a massive positive to come out of this. And yeah, within that, I think that the other positive will be that people are kinder to one another. And so maybe that will link into, there are a lot of places where I will go and I feel uncomfortable and intimidated. And that's weird because I own a place like that, but actually it's just not very friendly. And I think that that's going to change massively now. So I think there's really it's a much more positive year to end this year than to start it, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. That's very inspirational. I also, just before we go, I did want to point this out, just because personally, when I first started working from home, I instantly started having back problems, and I was learning how to kind of, I was Googling like how to stretch, and one thing that I found on your Instagram that was really, really helpful was different ways to stretch, and it was actually focused on working from the sofa, and it was different ways, and I just found that really, really helpful. So thank you. And everybody that hasn't seen that already, watch it if you're experiencing the same problems, because it's helped me when
when you come out of lockdown, I think that stretching is key for everybody every day. If you can just whack out a 10-minute stretch the minute you come out of bed in the morning, if you can just get that into your day and then maybe do another one before you get into bed at night, your body is going to move better. And we have a class that uses a special treadmill that's curved, and it's curved because it works the entire posterior chain. And that's the bit that we don't strengthen anymore because we sit all day and we have really, really, really bad hips. And I think we're all going to move a lot better if we get up and if we start stretching and get a bit of mobility back into our lives.
Thank you so much for your inspiration. Just to let everybody know so that they can kind of log into your Instagram, because obviously this is streaming on Facebook at the moment. What is your Instagram? Is it the _Fore?
It's the _London.
There you go. At the _London. Thank you so much for joining us today, Hannah. I really appreciated it. It's been very motivational and inspiring, and I'm sure that you've inspired others as well. I'm certainly going to come and visit the Fore, and I can't wait to see the Fore wedding in the future. I know that you've got some people in mind.
I've done that already.
Brilliant. But yes, thank you so much. And everybody else, tune in tomorrow at 11:30 again, where we'll be hearing from Hospitality for Heroes. But yeah, thanks for joining. And thank you again, Hannah. Speak to you all soon.
Bye.
Oh, you did great.
Absolutely smashed it, ODH.
Still says live on my thing. Is it still live? I still see the little thing in the corner. Yay! It's off. Oh no, I'm still live. How do I do this?